I'd like to share with you 2 decisions I've made in my life that has changed it drastically. The first one was to pursue a passion of mine that I've had ever since I was a child, a passion to move overseas to work. I achieved that first one. I moved to Hong Kong, but I'll tell you about that a bit later on. The second one, the second life-changing decision I've made was to leave that job that I had in Hong Kong and start traveling. So let me introduce myself first. My name's Wesley and this is my adventures. I thought it would be much easier if I just put the camera down and just start talking to you guys like this instead of the walkie, jerky. That sounded so wrong. So what I want to share with you guys is those 2 decisions I made has changed my life drastically. But now comes the third thing that I'm going to do that might change everything in my life again. In 7 hours, I'm going to be getting to the airport and I'm going to go travel. I know it's kind of weird right now during COVID-19 to be traveling as to why I am going to travel during this time. So when I made my second point that I left my job in Hong Kong, that was 15 months ago. When I left my job, I went to travel. That's what I did. I went and traveled for 9-10 months. And during that time, I saw over 30 countries. I was able to visit 30 different countries. It was amazing. There's countries that I had already been to before, some I hadn't, and it was just an awesome experience. And for someone like me that loves to really engage with people, see the little nooks and crannies, and meet locals and really engage with them, that's what drives me. I'm not a person that will want to do a complete bucket list and go, yes, I want to go to every country, tick, 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 tick. That's not me. Like I said, I want to engage with people. That's what I get out of traveling. And why it was only 9 months or so of traveling was, as you guys are well aware of, COVID-19 hit. So I had an option when COVID-19 hit, you know, whether to go back to Australia, but I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to go back to Australia yet. Australian government has done an unprecedented move by banning all travel for Australians. Only essential travels are allowed. So that's why I didn't go back to Australia just yet. And my home city, Melbourne, they're in a second stage of lockdown right now. You guys are probably wondering, why travel so soon, Wes? Yes, you can go travel later on. Don't go so early. But I need to. And why I say I need to is because of my visa. So when I was traveling for about 9 months, and then when it hit, I had to find some shelter. I had to find somewhere to be. And like I said, I didn't want to go back to Australia just yet. So I had to be somewhere. So I came to London. I ended up staying in London because my girlfriend, who I've met along the travels with me, she's from London and she's got a place for me to stay, and I'm so grateful. We were in lockdown for a good portion of that 6 months, and behavior wise has changed. You know, I don't even go out as frequent anymore, and I can't even go out anymore. But it's a whole new mindset for me, and it's worn me down a bit. But that's why I'm now looking forward to going back and traveling again. Yes, I'll be very cautious when I'm traveling, because traveling during this time is completely different from before. COVID has changed the realm of travel. You've got to become more conscious, hygiene wise. I can't even touch my face. I can't even touch my face when I'm out and about. I've got to be very careful. When I sneeze, don't wipe it and stuff. Not that I do normally, that was a bad example, but I've got to be very conscious of not touching certain things. And even this camera that I've got sitting right here, I've got to disinfect it, I've got to wipe it down and everything. So I'm well aware of the stuff that I need to do when I'm traveling. So I would have loved to have traveled more even around UK, or not even just UK, even England. No, actually, even London. In this 6 months, I've barely seen anything here. This is the most I've seen. I usually come down to this park when I could go out for exercise, go for the daily walk. This is where I would have come to, and it's beautiful. But it is time for me to leave London now because my visa is coming up. I've stayed the full 6 months, and literally tomorrow is the day I need to go. I need to leave, otherwise the UK may ban me from ever coming again. Girlfriend wouldn't be happy about that. So you guys are probably also wondering, how have I sustained this? How have I been able to sustain this when I was working before and then this whole time I've not worked? How have I sustained it? Thanks to my savings. But it's also because I'm on a budget. So to maintain the budget as well, I won't talk too much about that. I'll talk to you guys about that later on. But you know, leave some comments down below. Ask me questions, because I mean, this is my first vlog, so you should ask me. I don't even know what I'm saying half the time. I'm quite a talker too, but not when I'm talking to a camera, because it doesn't talk back to me. Anyway, what I'm trying to tell you guys is that I booked a bus initially to get to Germany because that was the cheapest way. Here in the UK, you can get really cheap flights, but that's only carry-on luggage. That doesn't count checked baggage. And I've got a massive backpack that I take with me all the time. So once you add on the checked on luggage, it adds up. But the bus, it's inclusive of all that. My point to that was I booked the ticket and we were ready to go, but this is COVID-19 times. The ticket was cancelled due to those reasons. So I had to quickly scramble and find another flight for the same day, because I got to leave here before my visa expires. So I found a flight that will take us to Dusseldorf in Germany. The most interesting thing as well, my girlfriend, she decided to come with me. This is awesome. She's decided to come and travel with me. So what she's done as well, she's doing what I did when I said first step, by packing up everything and leaving Australia. She's packing up everything here, and yeah, she's coming traveling with me. So I don't have much time left. I've got to go back and quickly pack up some more stuff and get ready. And am I feeling nervous about traveling to Germany? Yes, a little bit, because it is COVID-19 times. From what I've read in all the websites, and I'll link some websites to you guys down below, these websites are very useful, such as Reopen Europe. I've been referring to this website all the time. This is showing me where I can travel to based on my passport, and then also based on country I'm traveling from. You guys will be coming with me along this awesome journey to see the world during COVID-19, and then to really just see me doing my silly things. It's a lot of planes. You can hear there's a lot of planes, so that's a good sign. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do one last walk around the park, around the neighborhood here, and just take in London. Okay, doing the final checks now. Got my bag on me. Dealer's got a bag on, got a mask on as well. Ready? So just walking in the middle of the road, as we always do, right? But just now at night with our backpacks. I haven't done this for a while now. My backpack is usually around 17 kilos or so, but it feels much more. I think it's just that 6-month break from backpacking, because I was wearing this every day. But now this 17 kilos feels like it's 50 kilos on me.
It doesn't feel real.
What doesn't feel real?
That we're actually leaving, that we packed up and we're going.
Yeah. For me, I don't know. I don't know if it'll be real until I step foot in Germany, because I don't know, I'm just worried, like, if I can even get into the country. Actually, I got to worry about getting out of the UK first, and then worry about getting to Germany. Hopefully, well, actually, what happens if UK lets me out and Germany doesn't let me in? Where do I go from there? She's touching the button.
We're not going out otherwise.
They should make it automated that you don't have to touch the button, because it's just dirty these days. So yeah, I've got to tell you guys, one of the most cost-effective ways to get to the airport.
London, Victoria.
That's where we're going. London, Victoria. So we're basically going to Victoria Station, where we can catch a coach. We can catch a coach to the airport. This way it's much cheaper than catching a train or catching, actually wait, is it cheaper than catching a train?
Yeah, it is.
Cheaper than catching a train. It's about a 7-minute walk towards Victoria Coach Station, where the bus terminal is. So, getting tired already with these bags, oh my god. Like, seriously. 6 months without traveling, it's... Well, actually, I should have exercised more really during COVID-19, during the lockdowns. I should have exercised more. That's my own fault. You can see it's very quiet, but of course it's like midnight, so it would be quiet even normally. Shoulders are a bit sore now. It was good to just get to the bus station now. We've got plenty of time to spare. Just drop the bags there. What's Delia doing? Delia's on Pokemon right now. She is. So the bus ride should take about an hour and a half, give or take. We had to fill in a tracker form of where we'll be in Germany, how long we'll be there, which hotel that we're staying at. We're actually staying in a budget hotel / hostel. A&O. I've stayed there previously. It's okay, it's not too bad of hostel. We'll see what the one in Dusseldorf looks like. But I remember when I was staying in dorms there, I had to actually pay for bed sheets. That's weird. It wasn't included, bed sheets weren't included in the price. Well, I'm going to check out people there and see what it's like. Or is it even open, the hostels, the dorms anyway? Or is it just limited to the twin rooms, single rooms? But we'll see. I'll catch you in a bit. Now we're just sat here, actually behind this little barrier here, as you can see. Basically there's nowhere that we can really sit. Just to save £2, we booked an earlier bus to get here, and the departure gates aren't opened yet, so everyone's actually sitting right now in the international arrivals. As soon as we both got off the bus, Delia and I were dying for a piss. Actually, I was dying to scratch my eyeballs. You know, this is a really strange time now. You know, I want to touch my face and I want to scratch, and I know I can't. It was interesting actually when I was rushing to the bathroom. I was, you know, doing the dance. I need to take a piss dance. And then when I got to the bathroom, like, I gotta wash my hands first. I gotta wash my hands first. I washed my hands and then I went to pee. And then after peeing, you know, wash my hands again. But what I noticed was some people don't wash their hands before they go in.
And the ladies was exactly the same. Yeah, like in the ladies was the same. There was like a few girls that went in and just went straight in. I'm like, go wash your hands first before you go.
Yeah, it's so weird, huh?
That was
Because it's a time now that, you know, we got to be careful. You'd think that, yeah, you would just wash your hands first before touching your bits. Archer side now has opened up, so we're gonna walk over there now. Hopefully we can check in, because obviously we've got the bags that we got to check in, and I got to get a boarding pass as well. So for Delia, it was nice and easy for her. When I did online check-in for her, she already got her seat number assigned and everything. But for me, because she's part of the EU. Her passport's an EU passport, whereas mine is an Aussie passport. So they need to make sure I've got the right travel documentation before they let me go. So let's find out soon. So that was different. Went through the security check as always, but this time they got to pat me down. Well, actually that's not different, they usually pat me down. I'm not dodging, by the way. But they pat me down, and then they made me take off my thongs. You will never get this, la la la. He had to actually ask me to take off my thongs and chuck it through the scanner, because apparently, well, there was something wrong with them. Weird, huh? It's actually daytime. We've been at the airport forever. Nice and sunny. I don't know why I said that, it's not sunny. But it's just good to see light again. As you can see from the line, it doesn't look too long. It looks kind of short. It might be a small plane. I mean, we are here at the gate a little bit earlier. So we'll find out how packed the plane gets. If we're all squished in like sardines, or is there social distancing on the plane? My guess is there probably isn't. It's a Ryanair flight, you know, a budget airline flight, so we'll probably all be squished in next to each other. Okay, so now we're at the train station, ready to head into the city. It only takes about 12 minutes to get into the city. I was always worried about getting through the passport control. When I went up, she asked me, where am I traveling to? I'm like, here in Germany. I'm just going to travel in Dusseldorf. She asked, how long? Maybe a week, maybe more. Why? I'm like, well, travel. Are you going home? I'm like, no, I'm going to Poland. And she's like, oh, how long are you going to stay in Poland for? I'm going to make my way from Poland through to Asia and then back home. And, you know, she sort of discussed it with her colleague next to her, and then eventually, yeah, said 90 days, make sure about the Schengen. I'm like, yeah, I'm well aware of the Schengen. So yeah, we're just gonna hopefully get to our hostel. It's still a bit early. It's only 10 o'clock, 10 something, and check-in's not till 3. So we'll go, hopefully, see if we can get an early check-in or something of the sorts. Okay, so you guys can see I'm now in Dusseldorf. I've freshened up now. I've managed to check into the hostel, had a shower, everything, and just rested up. So I feel so much better now. But that brings us to the close of this video. So I'm gonna do more videos from here on in, and you guys are gonna come on the journey with me. So I'll do one about Dusseldorf, what to see, what not, and how it is during this time. And also I'll tell you a bit more about my travel insurance, what I had to get, because obviously you gotta get travel insurance that covers COVID-19. A lot of travel insurance right now excludes COVID-19 coverage. So I'll tell you guys a bit more about that. But yeah, if you like the video, please hit the like button, please subscribe. This is the first video, so there's gonna be much more. But I need to know from you guys what you wanna see, just anything, just comment. Even if you wanted to say hi to me, just comment down below. And yeah, I'll bring you guys much more adventures. So I'm gonna post up another video very soon about Dusseldorf. And yeah, I'll see you guys around. Take care.